LaKisa Renee with Tales from the Media, and I am here live at the New Jersey HorrorCon with the amazing actor Michael Hargrove. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Nice meeting you. Thank you for coming out and interviewing us.
It's nice to meet you as well. So is this your first time attending the HorrorCon here?
Yes, it's first time in New Jersey. It was the first time in New York night before last. So New York scared the heck out of me. New Jersey's great.
New York can be a little scary. I'm from upstate New York, but okay. I do love visiting, but I got to go back home and get away from the craziness down there.
No, not for me.
Especially right now, there's a lot of activities going on down there. Yeah, so how are you enjoying the con so far?
Oh, it's great. It's great. I've been busy. Haven't gotten around to looking at the other vendors, meeting the other guests yet. I'll meet him at the bar later. But I love it. It's nice to get away from Atlanta for a while.
So what are some of the shows and movies that you worked on?
My famous theatrical production I've done was Julius Caesar. I played Mark Antony, which was cool. Learning Shakespeare was just wild. I actually like Shakespeare now because of that. That was cool. Movies, obviously I was in The Express, did a part in Chicago PD, played a father, spinoff for Chicago Law. That unfortunately did not work, but it was a good experience. And obviously I just finished this movie about maybe 4 months ago. It's still in post-production. It's What Happened to Dorothy Bell. It's going to be released in film festivals, and I'm actually in discussions for another film, which should be finalized this weekend, but I can't even talk about it.
Tell me.
Yeah.
So you did win an award, right? Yeah, for that Julius Rose.
Sidney Poitier Best Actor Award for a show I did in Chicago. What happened? God. Willie Bop, Willie Drop. That was years ago. Wow. Yeah, okay. It was fun. That was pretty much a one-man show. There were other performers on stage, but I was going from day one. It was an aerobic show. It was 2 hours of aerobics. It was written by a Chicago writer, and it was a powerful performance, probably the best I've done in a while.
Congratulations on it. That's a huge honor, by the way. Yeah.
At the time, it didn't. It's like, oh, okay. But yeah, looking back on it now, it's like, wow, that was amazing.
So, little fun fact: I heard you were in the Express. So I'm from Syracuse, New York. Actually, I grew up 5 minutes away from the university, and Ernie Davis is like huge. He's so loved in our town. So tell me about your experience, working on the film as your character, and how do you view Ernie, especially being the first black man to win a Heisman Trophy?
Being the stepfather, following the life of Ernie. Being in that movie was actually kind of bittersweet because they did not treat the stepfather well. He was not treated quite well. And I think, if anything, being in that production and dealing, it was historic. At the time, it was a job. But now, thinking back on it, that was a historical event, like you said. I'm amazed and surprised I was in it.
It was a great movie, for sure, and they went all out in Syracuse for the premiere and things of that nature. Yeah. So also, you're in Candyman, which is one of my favorite franchises, and you play Sherman Fields. And I had the opportunity to meet Tony, and my colleague Tammy, Reese, interviewed him. He's amazing. So how did you get involved in the film?
Long story short, I lost a job after 17 years, and my agent said, go to this audition. They're looking for tall actors. I said, sure, what the heck? What do I got to lose? And I thought I was the shortest person there. There were guys that were like 7 feet, and I'm like, I'm not going to get this. But I think I got it because of my improv ability, and that's it. I mean, honestly, I didn't know what the movie was because there was such hush-hush about it. They didn't want anyone to know that they were actually doing a sequel to the Candyman. They wanted to keep it on the down low because they weren't sure about it. People may not like it. And I learned once I was on set with the producer and the director, it's like, oh, yeah, you guys, okay. And I'm like, what am I doing? You don't know? Well, you don't know. And this look of, and they finally told me, and it's like, oh, you're playing one of the Candyman. And I'm like thinking, oh, God, this is great. I should call everybody. And they said, you have to sign a non-disclosure form because you cannot tell anybody. I'm like, oh, seriously? But it was that was an amazing experience. That movie was probably, if anything, I would rank it at the number 10 as far as movies that I've done so far. Just working with everybody, LaKisa, as a director, Yaya Boone-Fatine as Anthony, and the entire production cast. It's just fun. It's fun.
I love Nia, and especially just being a woman of color breaking into the horror industry. It's not many of us in this genre, so I was super excited about that. And I love the little twist in it. I can't give it away for the people who haven't seen it. But that ending, I'm like, whoa, I did not see that coming at all. And you were phenomenal in it, I must say. Yeah. So last question, being in the industry for as long as you have, what's some advice for upcoming actors, how to navigate through it?
Oh, I'll tell you what, everybody's pretty much told me, just stick with it. Just stick with it. If you, whatever you're doing, if it's, playing the drums, cooking, even acting, just stick with it. Because even though you may not get famous, and nobody's going to ever guarantee to that, if you're having fun in what you're doing, that's the most important thing. And, not everybody gets to be the famous, rich actor, but you can work in the field. And even if you have to create your own stuff, using a microphone like this and a camera like you're holding, make your own stuff.
Much you can do now with the camera. There's so many things you can do. Tubi, YouTube, upload your own stuff. So, if you can't make it big in Hollywood, you can still make it independently.
There is independent film, so don't worry. And there is working at the local Walmart, too.
Walmart managers getting paid like $100,000. I don't know if you've seen that, so that's not so bad. But, yeah, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for being here. It's amazing to meet you.
Thank you. And thank you, guys.
Thank you.